I'm so glad you're joining me for our last video about butterflies. Some of you have been sending me some great questions, and we've really enjoyed seeing pictures from the kindergartens at St. Joseph School and Stone Creek Elementary and the Enlightening Explorations homeschool. You all looked really great with your butterfly coloring pages, and we loved seeing them. So let's take a look at what is happening with our caterpillars today. And as you can see, most of them are hanging from the top of the cup and they have become chrysalis. Yay! That's exciting. So they've shed their last skin, exoskeleton, and they're hanging as chrysalis. And some of yours might be laying at the bottom of your cup, and that's okay. If you haven't moved them to the enclosure yet, when you do move them, just put the ones that are laying at the bottom of the cup just on the bottom of the enclosure, close to the edge of the enclosure, so that when they come out, they can climb up the edge of the enclosure when they're ready. So now inside that chrysalis, all those cells of the caterpillar are changing into all of the body parts of the butterfly. And since you probably didn't get to see that happening in your cup, we're now going to show you a quick video that shows you a caterpillar shedding its last exoskeleton to reveal the chrysalis underneath. So we'll let you watch that for just a minute. So in our last two videos, I talked with you about the stages of the butterfly life cycle: the egg, the caterpillar, the chrysalis, and the adult butterfly. Today, we're going to learn more about the last stage of a butterfly. So let's start with the head. So the head of the butterfly, if you can see it in our big blown up picture right here, that is the part of the body that contains the brain. It's where the two eyes are, and the antenna and the proboscis are also attached to the head. The antenna, and butterfly have two antennae, are kind of skinny with club-like tips at the end. So I'm just going to show you on this inflatable. So they're skinny, but then the tip of them looks a little bit like a club. And the antenna is the part of the butterfly that they use for their sense of smell and their sense of balance. So they're different from us. Their antenna, not their nose like us, is how they get their sense of smell. Butterflies have two eyes, and they are called compound eyes. So we humans we have two eyes as well, but we have just one round lens in each eye. But the lenses of a butterfly eye are shaped like a hexagon, and they have thousands of lenses in their eyes. That's one of the reasons they're called a compound eye. So they have thousands of lenses shaped like a hexagon. And so each of those lenses is pointed in a little bit different direction. And they're able to see a little bit further behind them when we humans are, which makes them be able to see you coming when you're trying to catch them. And they see very differently from us. The difference between human vision and how butterflies see. And as you can see from that picture, they see very differently. It may look like they can't see very well at all, but they're able to see light, they're able to see movement, and because the lenses are pointed different directions, they can see, as I said before, further around them, and they'll be able to see you coming. They also can see ultraviolet light, which is a kind of light that our human eyes can't see. So the next body part we're going to talk about is the proboscis, this round curled up thing here on the picture. So butterflies sip nectar with their proboscis. And when a butterfly first emerges from the chrysalis, their proboscis is actually split into two pieces, and they have to curl it and uncurl it till they zip it together. Now, when a butterfly is not using its proboscis, it's curled up, like you see this one here on the picture. But when a butterfly is ready to sip nectar from a flower, so if its proboscis is curled up, it will uncurl the proboscis and it will stick it down into the flower to suck the nectar up, just sort of like a straw. And when that proboscis is uncurled, it can be almost as long as the entire length of a butterfly's body. So the next body part we're going to talk about is the thorax. It's the part of the butterfly that is between the head and the abdomen. And this is the part of the body that the wings are attached to and the legs are attached to. Next body part is the abdomen. And that's the part of the body that contains the heart and most of the digestive system, the reproductive organs, pretty much a lot of the same things that are in the middle part of our body. The next body part is the legs. You can kind of see them on this picture. Butterflies actually have 6 legs. And as you can see in the picture, the legs have kind of little hairs on them, and the tiny little grasping feet at the bottom aren't just useful only for hanging on to branches and the leaves of plant. They're also how the butterfly tastes the plants. So for example, a female painted lady butterfly, when she gets ready to lay her eggs, she will land on a plant and she will drum the plant with her feet to taste the plant to see if it is the right kind of plant that her caterpillars will like to eat. Butterflies also have 2 sets of wings. The ones on the top are called the forewings, and the ones on the bottom are called the hind wings. And butterfly wings are covered in a lot of tiny colored scales. And if you've ever touched a butterfly's wings, and then after you let the butterfly go, you looked at your fingers and you looked like, it felt like you had some dust on your fingers, it probably was not dust. What you were really seeing was some of the scales that came off the wings onto your fingers. If a butterfly did not have colored scales on their wings would look clear. Glass wing butterfly that does not have the colored scales on its wings. And as you can see, their wings look clear, and you can see the veins in the wings. So this is all of the information that I have to share with you today about the body parts of a butterfly. And if your butterfly have not yet emerged from their chrysalises, they will soon. And once they have become butterflies, you'll need to feed them with nectar or fruit. And you can make the nectar by mixing 3 teaspoons of sugar with a cup of water. And you can soak a paper towel or a sponge with that solution and put it on a paper plate at the bottom of your enclosure. And you can also put like slices of fruit, like orange slices or watermelon, and you can score the fruit with a knife to bring the juices to the surface. Or you can sprinkle even some of that nectar solution on to the fruit. And you should release your butterflies about a week after they emerge, and make sure before you release them that you choose a nice sunny day that's at least 55 degrees or higher for a temperature. And just take the enclosure outside, open it carefully, and just let the butterflies find their own way out of the enclosure. I hope that you have enjoyed watching your butterflies, or the caterpillars, become butterflies, and that you've enjoyed learning from our videos. And we would really love it if you would send us pictures of your butterflies or of you releasing your butterflies. So thank you for being lepidopterist with us for the past few weeks, and thank you for joining us. Bye.